Imagine, my friend, walking many miles under the hot sun, carrying a heavy load, maybe 60 pounds of armor, shield, and weapons. Then, at the end of the day, you're not done. You got to dig trenches, set up camp, and still be ready to fight. That was the everyday life of a Roman soldier. But no warrior band could stand strong without what fueled them. Before the sword, there was bread. Before the fight, there was food. Eating wasn't just about staying alive. It was about strategy, discipline, and survival. Today, we'll journey back to see what Roman soldiers put in their bellies to keep their feet marching and their spirits high through brutal battles. If there was one thing you could count on in a Roman soldier's mess kit, it was wheat, or fermentum as they called it. This grain was the backbone of their diet, making up 60% to 75% of their total rations by weight. Each warrior got his share of raw grain, ground it himself with small hand mills, and made his meals from it. Most often, they'd turn that wheat into a kind of porridge or a flatbread or a biscuit so hard and dry they called it buxolatum. This was just flour, water, and salt, baked twice to keep it from spoiling. It was so tough, many a soldier had to soften it in water or wine before they could even chew it. But its toughness was its strength. It could last for weeks on campaign. Barley, though, was a different story. Even if you could eat it, they saw it as fit only for horses. Getting barley instead of wheat was a punishment, a mark of shame, like wearing a dirty uniform. It weighed on a warrior's spirit. The privilege of meat. While grains kept them alive, the real power came from meat. Richer, tastier, but much harder to come by. For a Roman soldier, meat wasn't guaranteed. It was a privilege. Unlike grains, which were handed out regularly, meat took effort, luck, and often quick thinking. On long campaigns, these legionnaires couldn't wait for supplies from Rome. They had to be self-sufficient. One smart way to get meat was hunting. Deer, wild boar, hares, and rabbits were common game. This wasn't just about food. It was training. Hunting needed patience, quiet, teamwork, and endurance. Exactly what you needed on the battlefield. It was a real test. Fail and you went hungry. But Roman soldiers were also practical. When they took over new lands or villages, they didn't hesitate to take the local livestock. Oxen, goats, sheep, and especially pigs. Pork was the legion's favorite, cheap, plentiful, and so versatile. They could salt it, smoke it, turn it into sausages, hams, or bacon. Nothing went to waste, not even the fat, which they used for cooking other foods. Beyond just eating, meat had its place in their beliefs. Before big battles, they'd often do sacrifices, like the Suvaterilia, a ritual where they'd kill a pig, a sheep, and a bull. After the ceremony, the meat was shared among the soldiers. Beyond bread and meat, the hidden heroes. But a leg.